So, hi team. So in this lecture, we will see another example of event delegation. So the question was, we need to when we click on save, we want to change the action, no action to saving. When we click on load button, the no action should be saying loading, and when we click on the search, then the no action should show the searching. One way to do it is by adding event listener to each one of them. That way, if you do, and later in the future, if we have to add new button, then we have to add another event listener to that button. But one of the more efficient way of doing that would be to add the event listener to the menu tab, that is this, to this div, and we are attaching one data action to each one of this button. So whenever we click on that button, the event will be bubble to the menu, and we can capture that. So one way is to add the event listener to this, and depending on whatever is the data action, we can call that method. So that method we can define in the global scope, or we can define it in object level, in object as a method. So let me see what I have done. So what I've done, I've created one class, and it has a constructor that takes the element on whatever element on which we want to attach the listener. We have passed that and attached an event listener. Basically, this is the ultimate method that will be called, and depending on what button is clicked, the corresponding method will be called. Like if the action is save, then this save will be called. Here the bind is very much important, because the handle click will be called in the global scope when the one click handler, when the event will trigger, that this function will be called in global scope. So we need to attach this object context to this handler method, so that whenever it is called, it should be able to access these methods there. And at the end, I have created one object of the menu and passed it to the element on which we want to attach the event listener. So if you see, when you click on the save, it giving us saving. I click on load, it giving loading. When we are clicking on search, it giving us searching. So this way we are getting some benefit from the event delegation. The first one, we do not need to add event listener to each one of those button, and it is also scalable. If we want to add a new button, then we have the only thing that we need to do is to add one method in this class, and if we do not want, we can easily remove that, though there is no need of uh, uh, removing the listener from that button, because no even listener was created for that button. So adding and removing the tags from the HTML is now more flexible. So these are the two advantages that we are getting from this event delegation.